Hi everyone! Today we're going to be doing a redesign of that strawberry dress. You've probably seen it by now. It's been pretty popular on the internet, so I thought I'd catch the wave while it's kind of going viral, so to speak. I'm going to be doing some different design choices for it because personally I wouldn't wear it as is, even though it's super cute and romantic, and I can see why everyone loves it. So stay tuned and take a look. My name is Natasha Tuskovich. I release new videos every week about fashion and art, so give a like, give a subscribe, and I'll see you back next time. Enjoy the strawberry dress. I think the one I like the best is I like this kind of Grecian style crisscross, and like I've got to get rid of those sleeves. They're too much with all of the tulle for me. I love the ruffle at the bottom. Don't get me wrong, that part's amazing. So we'll keep that. And I don't know, I was thinking about putting maybe more structure at the top, like something more of a bustier style.
Now, why was this dress popular in the first place? I think the popular consensus on the internet is that because it represents an escape, which we're all desperately looking for in 2020. This dress is a dream. It's a fantasy in tulle and glitter, and it has nothing to do with the problems of the world. It's lovely and frothy and light. It's romantic and fairy tale. Pink, strawberry, sparkly, ruffled and tulle. It's a lot. In fact, it's too much for me. It's pretty, but I wouldn't wear it the way it is. The neckline is too low. I'm not a huge fan of all of the red on pink. The sleeves are a little too large and busy for me, and I don't necessarily think the way they did the waist is flattering. So let's see if we can redesign it without losing the magic. Now I spent a lot of time trying to make the original neckline work, at least the ruffles on the original neckline and the sleeves. I experimented with a couple different options for shortening or just changing or slimming the sleeves or dropping them off the shoulder, but I couldn't really find anything that worked in the way I wanted it to. Same with the neckline. The ruffle just kept kind of changing how I wanted it to lie. And with the ruffle at the bottom of the dress, I felt like it wasn't necessary. The cute little ribbons at the waist I kept because I thought those really did add a nice little romantic touch to them. And the waist was already busy with the strawberries, so a little bit more busyness wasn't going to go overboard there. You barely even notice it. Same at the hem, with the layer of ruffles already there, adding an extra layer of ruffles with extra glitter strawberries, just kind of, it fits in with the right theme of the bottom of the dress. I got rid of the sleeves entirely. I couldn't find anything that quite worked, so it ended up being a little bit more of a simpler top, which makes sense for my style anyway. Just too much going on there. Plus, I know for me personally, wearing tulle ruffle elastic band sleeves like that can get really annoying after a while. The elastic's always too tight or too loose and constantly causes bother for me anyway. I also had fun with the shoes here. I definitely wanted something more interesting than the one she's wearing in the picture. I actually really hate that kind of vintage style shoe where it doesn't fit the foot and it's cut in the vintage style, which literally is just not designed to actually fit a real three-dimensional foot. It's designed to get the most out of the fabric without cutting extra pieces, and as you can see, it kind of looks weird. It makes your feet look kind of stubby and blocky, and it's not the type of shoe I would ever design or ever wear. So I added some cute little sandals instead, and with a cute little strawberry on top to match, of course. I kept the overall silhouette of the dress the same. Same waistline, same shape, same ruffle at the bottom. I wanted to make it very similar. I wanted it to be the same dress, just with a bit of a couple different design decisions. And I kept the overall picture and pose similar, just so that it would compare nicely. So you got the same kind of hairstyle, and yeah, the way she's standing. I also wanted to keep the colors the same because my whole problem with the dress was that it was too much red on pink, but I don't actually mind a little bit of red on pink sometimes. I think it can give you, again, that kind of Valentine's Day cute little look, and I'm the type of person who, when I have red hair, I love wearing pink with red hair, so I definitely think the two colors can go together. I just needed to make it a way that was better for me. Now, why is this dress popular? It's everywhere. It came out this year. It was worn by a few celebrities earlier in the year, including Tess Holliday. Now, this caused a little bit of controversy by itself because originally Tess got put on some worst dress lists for wearing this dress, and now that it's everywhere and people love it, there was a bit of a concern that the only reason people didn't like it before is because of who it was on and her size. So it's nice to see that a little bit of vindication coming her way for getting other people actually jumping on this trend and deciding that of course the dress is beautiful and she was actually ahead of the curve. Now, this dress was made by Lirika Matoshi, who is a New York designer who actually is self-taught, and her sister is a designer as well. So they've kind of, they've both become very good at these beautiful kind of fantastical, very romantic, very interesting, fun pieces. So definitely check her site out as well because she has some gorgeous gowns on her website that are just stunning. Now Lirika, the one who made the strawberry dress, she also has used that fabric for a mini dress, which is super cute, kind of a completely different style look. Take a look at my post for the pictures. It's a really cute little dress with more of a closer to a bustier style look, which I considered doing for this redesign that I'm doing here. I ended up not going with the bustier style. I went with the wrap over style instead. I think that did work better. That being said, I love bustier style always anyway, so anything can work out nicely, as shown by Lirika herself. And I do post some links as well, so you can go check out her stuff if you're interested in buying it. And given the state of the world today, she's also posted some cute strawberry masks made out of the same glitter strawberry fabric, which is pretty cute, pretty topical, so that's a fun little touch. For some reason, the dress was picked up by a couple artists who really liked it. They started drawing it, drawing different people in it, and sharing their love of the dress with the world. They'd draw characters or their own original characters in the dress. Some of them did their own redesigns as well, the most popular of which being simply changing the color from pink to black. Other people showed off their purchases, some people sewed their own, and it's been photoshopped onto other celebrities, including Harry Styles for some reason. I added a picture of that one. I just couldn't, I thought it was hilarious. But there's way more pictures on the internet than just that one. Now, I mentioned controversy earlier regarding Tess Holliday. The other bit of controversy over this dress was over the price, which, I mean, a lot of designer dresses are priced this high or even higher in high-end labels. But I guess because the designer is not a household name, some people felt that this was a ridiculous price, without considering all the costs that actually go into designing and producing quality clothing. Now, I specifically mentioned designing here because while there are of course lots of expenses involved in ethical, well-made clothing production, which I will go over, I mean, at the end of the day though, it's really about a creative idea that you're paying for. You're not buying this dress for a practical purpose, you're buying it because of the design. The original strawberry dress didn't attract attention because it was well made. It attracted attention because it stands out, because it catches your eye and your imagination. It looks unique. And that's what you're paying $490 for. But it meant a lot of people did want knockoffs, and of course cheap brands started producing them very quickly. Now it's easy to find a poor quality reproduction at very low price points, but obviously, given my place in the fashion industry as an independent designer, I have to ask you to really consider what it is that you're supporting if you buy a fake. Well-made clothing supports people in a wide range of businesses, from the material, quality fabric is more expensive, to the production, avoiding exploited factory workers costs more money, and to the sales. Advertising is actually one of the biggest expenses for a high-end clothing brand. You can find knockoffs all over, including a black version inspired by the fan art. Due to the popularity, Lirika Matoshi also developed an authentic black version themselves. So if you love the dress and you wanted the black version, please buy one of the originals instead of a knockoff. Same if you wanted the pink version. Buy the original. It's just nice to actually support quality design work that's by an up-and-coming designer. If you really do love the style but you can't afford the price, consider learning how to make one yourself. If you're making your own clothing, you can copy anything you want and it doesn't matter. You're not selling it. You just get to make your own version, and plus, like I'm doing here, you get to adjust anything that you'd like to be a little bit different or to fit you a little bit better. You get it tailored and fit perfectly. You could also consider hiring someone to make one for you. Again, theoretically, you can change a little bit of things so that it's a unique creation and not just a complete knockoff. But the biggest problem with knockoffs is not that you're using a design, it's that you're putting money into the hands of someone who's literally just copying and stealing something instead of creating their own original, authentic work. Now, I struggled a couple points with this sketch. The hair ended up with a big black ink blob at one point that actually ended up being fine. I kind of worked that one into the a little bit of a curl on her forehead, so that one turned out to be fine. But I also ended up drawing the lips a little too wide, and I couldn't really correct for that, so it's still there. It works. I can live with it, but I'm not 100% pleased with her lips, and when I put this sketch online, I will probably end up photoshopping the lips to be a little bit more where I wanted them to be. The angle's a little bit off, and it doesn't look like it really fits her face, but sometimes that's what happens when you work in ink, so we'll see. I am going to be doing a bunch more ink drawings coming up over the next month, so make sure you check back and check the Instagram at Natasha Tuskovich on Instagram for more ink sketches, and those will just be kind of some fun ones for October. So I hope you can come enjoy those with me. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with this. I think the drawing turned out well. It turned out with the same pose, which is what I wanted, and the same silhouette and shape, plus the same kind of color palette. So I'm pleased with the way this looks, and I think it's a fun little redesign.
Now, that's the strawberry dress I would wear. What about you? Would you wear the original? Would you pay that much money for it? Would you wear the new one? Or would you redesign it in a totally different way yourself? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys next week. Please like and subscribe. Bye now.